Try that again. Good morning. Happy Friday. How are we all doing? It's not really Fozball Friday. It'll be Fozball Sunday when I'm in Sydney. But go live. What a quick week. 4-day work week. Should be every week. Public holiday here tomorrow for Anzac Day. And as you know, I'm off to Sydney. So I thought jump on the YouTubes and shoot the shit on my way to work. Got the camera on to start with, just so you know it's not AI Cambo, it's a real Cambo, real thing. Sun's a bit bright, it's a bit cold, 18 degrees. It's 7 o'clock. Look at that. Yeah, mud rats in the chat, there's not a single grey hair there, son. So get that one up, you champion. Old dud rat, he likes to give me a hard time. Reckons I use just for men. I can't confirm or deny that. So no, it's good. Been a real quick week. I was a little bit worried. Been looking forward to this trip since I got back from Thailand, and I was a bit sick on Tuesday, but got some pseudoephedrine into me, and I'm charging towards the weekend. Give us a sec. Got to cross this road. Come on. Got to concentrate here. It's a shit of an intersection. Come on. 1, 2, 3. Through the gap. There we go. And we're off and we can start talking. Now I don't need to concentrate as hard. Gonna turn this off. You know it's me. It's not AI Cambo. So I wanna turn that baby off. There you go. But no, let's bring it, eh? I'm absolutely pumped. Got my coffee. Today's 9 hours will fly. Before I know it, I'll be home. Up early tomorrow morning. Early flight, so I'll be up about 5 o'clock. Gonna be doing some, as Carter would say, I'm gonna be mooching around Sydney town tomorrow before I jump on the ferry to go to Manly and go check into my hotel. Play a bit of two up tomorrow, Arvo. Have a few beers, as you do. It's going to be a cracker of a weekend. I am pumped. Going to be a very, just give me a second. I'm going to grab a quick squig of my coffee. As you do. So I'll catch up with some mates I haven't seen since I actually lived in Sydney in around 2009, 2010. So I'm going to catch up with some mates. Saturday, catch up with some more. We're going to pre-drink at a craft brewery before we go to the old girl, Brookvale Oval, aka 4 Pines. She's sold out. Pretty excited about that. I'll be standing on the hill. The hill will be pumping. We'll be all squashed together like sardines. I'll be not far from the beer shed. Can't wait. It's going to be, I don't know how, I'm going to try to film a little bit, but if I can just get a little bit of it just to give you a bit of that atmosphere on the hill. It's a bit, can be, I haven't been for about 6 years, but I used to be a pretty regular on the hill. It can be a bit rough and ready once people get a few bevies into them. Hey mate, how are you, AB? But yeah, it's a lot of fun. Stu, the big man, the great man, Stu Travels is in the chat. How are you, mate? Good to see ya. So now I'll be standing on the hill. There'll be a lot of, I wish it was like the English with their songs and chants. We have a few. Thank you, Stu. Appreciate that, bro. But you can't beat the old hill at 4 Pines Park, Brookvale Oval. We'll be into it. Absolutely smashing it out. And hopefully under the great Foz Manly will get a win, and these trips, I used to do these trips all the time, and they were the Monday morning flight home was always so much better after a win. There was a spring in your step and you're like, yep. But even if they don't win, it'll still be a great weekend. Getting on the beers, going back to, I'm from Sydney originally, like I said, I haven't been there since 2019. So it's going to be good. Wonder what's been going on the YouTube side of the game. I know, what's her name? The lady in Iowa. She's been a bit upset. Old Stace. Hey, Beachy's in the chat. In the chat, doing God's work is Simon Beach, killing it on Kick. He's going live on Kick, and he's getting like thousands. He's gone viral. Tan the man's in chat. Fuck the Eels, Tan. I'll do a few vids just for you once Manly wins, son. But yeah, Beach is killing it on Kick. I've never seen a live. The only person I've seen get as many views as what Beach is getting is is that Sick Buffalo? Hang on, give me a second. Yeah, the only person I've seen get more views than Beachy is Pariah. That one time Pariah went live, I think he had about 800-900 people straight off the bat. And he only ever went live once to rinse Chef, which was, pretty good. But doing God's work is Simon Beach. He's crushing the bacons one by one. Bacon Chef. Like I said, God's work. And it is, I've got to say, I know I don't like the cold weather, but this is a cracking morning, eh? So what they say, sun's out, guns out. And you can tell I don't know whether I'm just happy for the weekend or the pseudo-epidream's kicked in. Mod Potential's in the house. The Eels will flog you this weekend. The only flog is your halfback, Mitch Moses, brother. Coco Road is a sissy, I agree, Beach. Absolutely. We do. You're right, Sick Buffalo. We've got the elite of the genre in the chat, and that's all we want. Sorry, I'm a little bit croaky, but pushing through it. They breed them tough where I come from, good people. What else has been going on the YouTubes? I've been busy, haven't been watching much. I know I did manage to unsettle the Swedish cabbage, and he went live for 3 hours ranting about me. Thanks for that. Thanks for giving my channel the awareness it so richly deserves, Jorgen. You cabbage. My lady. She's not your lady, mate. She's someone else's lady. But anyway, I digress. Doomhead. Yeah, I don't even know who this Doomhead bloke is. I hear him all the time. I hear about him all the time. You know what? The thing is, right, what I've learned, Ant, I'll call you Ant, that's it. Buffalo's too much of a mouth. Is that these blokes that hide behind ults that you never see and never hear, there's a reason you never see and you never hear them. And if you want a hint, look at Callum Thompson. The biggest troll, one of the biggest trolls this genre has ever seen. And then when we did see him, he was 240 kilos. What a mess. Get your life right before you troll other people, son. But yeah, there you go. There's a little fix of drama. Just a small set. Don't like wasting my time on them. Go roll like you won't see out Christmas, lad. Give Nina my regards. They're all. That's what you got to remember. Just keep going. Like I'm giving them 5 minutes of airtime today, but you go through my channel, you go through my vids. Just content. That's what you do. The more content you put out, that's how you hurt them. And content there will be this weekend, good people. Make sure if you haven't already, subscribe, hit the little notifications, because I'm going to be pumping the content. There'll be shorts, there'll be live streams. I'm going to try, and I just don't think I'm, how do I say this, committed enough to be a vlogger, a full-time vlogger like I wanted to be originally. Because I'll try to do a whole weekend vlog, right? So, but it takes discipline. You've got to go, okay, I'm going to film this, and I just start having beers and enjoying my holiday. That's why I really like the 3-minute shorts. They're great. They should call them the mediums, because they're not a short, they're a medium. But I'll put those out for you. I might do a live. Now, I've heard some whispers that some bottom feeders want to come and meet me. Well, come and meet me at 4 Pines Park if you can afford to get over there, if you can afford the ticket. Oh wait, it's sold out. Unlucky. I don't think they do like a Dole Budgers discount. But okay, it is what it is. This coffee's going down very well this morning. But yeah, it's going to be good. Like I said, I think what I'm excited about is I haven't been to Sydney since 2019. And outsider, I was there for about 4 hours around the airport in 2024 when I went to Thailand. I flew out of Sydney. That's it, I haven't been anywhere around Sydney. So I'm looking forward to it, going to make the most of it. Not much will be open because in the morning on Saturday, because it's Anzac Day, generally most shops have to stay open. They're not allowed to open one. Oh mate, I'm a lover, not a fighter, Ant, but you know, you do what you need to. But yeah, so there won't be much open, but I've sussed out there's a few cafes around Thai Town that I'm going to kind of try to check out, and then we'll jump on. I might do a live from the Manly Ferry. That'd be pretty cool, because that is a nice experience. That way you get in your harbour. So we do that, and then by the time I go check into my hotel, the Marriott, I'm staying at the Marriott. That's right, the Marriott. That's where I'm staying. Once I check into the Marriott, big shout out to Stacey. I'll probably put the camera down and we'll go out. My plan is, but for the most part, once I get over the northern beaches over that way, I'll be walking everywhere. I'll only really be one stop. Everything I need to get to will be a 20-30 minute walk. Lovely hotel, the Marriott. I couldn't agree more, Stu. The Marriott Manly is where I'm staying. There you go, trolls. Jump on. Very clean hotels the Marriott Group have, from what I've heard, lads. But yeah, we'll do that, and then Sunday's game day. So I'll probably be a little bit hungover to start the day, but we'll get back into it. I'll go to the world famous Manly Leagues Club, and we'll have a few early openers, have a nice breakfast, and then I'll head and go and meet the boys. And if you go back to some, I don't think I've got it up. One of my original vlogs, my first one I did in 2019. I had it up. So when I went down, the last time I went down, hey Capio, how are you, mate? Yeah, the first time I went to Sydney, so first big vlog was the last time I went to Sydney in 2019, and I did like a 2-part vlog on my trip at the game with a few of the boys, and I used 15 seconds of footage from Fox Sports NRL. That stayed up for about 5 years. I reckon someone flagged me. It got taken down about 18 months ago, so I reckon the flag is all out. But you remember, anyone that's watched that, my mate Jakey, going to catch up with him, because Jakey does like a beer. So we'll go there, and then we'll walk over, and like I said, I will try to get, even though I do some shorts, I just want to show you the atmosphere. Like, Brookvale's not that big a ground, needs a lot of love. It only holds 18,000. It's got a southern and a northern stand. The northern one's pretty new. It's got an eastern stand that's old and a corner stand, and then it's got the eastern hill. That really, it's on borrowed time. At some point, they're going to renovate and then upgrade the stadium. The hill will go, because it's not. I guess in 2026, when TV is so good, people want modern facilities. I know all of the EPL clubs over, I know they got rid of terraces. Like, hills are our version of terraces. I know that they all got rid of terraces after Hillsborough, and slowly but surely the hills are going to disappear in the NRL. So it's what's this? What? I doubt Noe even sleeps there. Noe sleeps in whichever Monga. Well, yeah. Big shout out to Noe. Noe likes a blowy. If you know, you know. Big shout out. She's a very smart businessman woman. 70,000 baht, and she just has to give him a kiss. Big shout out. But yeah, it's be good. I'll try to get you as much atmosphere on the hill, especially when Manly are on fire. The hill is like no other place. The hill at Four, I could call it 4 Pines because it's a great beer. They pay a lot of money. Got to call it 4 Pines Park. So yeah, you can tell I'm excited, eh? I'm just talking really fast, and it might be the pseudo-epidural, but it might also be excitement. Capio's on fire. No, he's distraught. Colin's banned from the balcony. He was planning on pushing him off. Yeah, well, I guess there's only so much a ladyboy can deal with, eh? Like, let's be honest. Colin's not the most likeable of people. Old LGBTQA plus Colin. But yeah. He'd be awake. He's probably live streaming and playing music. Like, what's that about? That's cheating. I don't know. I reckon DWP is actually out of it. He might be around on alts, but I reckon he just grew bored of it. Steering channel still there. Probably Dino, but we don't care. He's got to buy views and that. That's why you see me. I got 6 people watching. I didn't pay them. I'd rather have 6 people watching because they want to than pay bots. And I keep mine up because I don't. Nothing to hide. I'm not really saying anything bad. Just FYI, any of the people that there's a couple of people that are saying they want to come meet me. I'm staying at the Marriott at Manly. Great hotels, the Marriott. Shout out Stacey. So yeah, come and see me at the Marriott, lads. I'll be there. So yeah, like, this is just. No one's going to make a fortune off YouTube. Just have fun with it. When I shit, I didn't bring my watch. Fuck. Just realised I didn't bring my watch today. Number room 669. There you go. Yeah, ultimately, in about 10 minutes when I turn this off, right, I'm not thinking about, Colin, the cabbage in Sweden, the bacon in Brixton. Nah, I just leave my home. Do this one. There you go. Just again to prove that it's really me. She's on their haircut. Dud rat, if you're watching, look, there's not a single grey there, son. So, like that. Back on the wagon. Losing them kilos I found in Wahin and Pattaya. Hang on a sec, I was going to turn yours off. Frosty's in the house, g'day mate. There we go. But yeah, like I said, I'll leave this up. I haven't really said anything controversial. I've mellowed. Remember, about 24 hours time, Stu will be live, Stu Travels. Give him a like and a subscribe. Quality content. Another one they've tried to silence, but they just won't. Hang on a second. Over here, school zones. That's what they try to do. And I encourage anyone, just jump on, get your channel, go live. If you want to show your face. If you want to just, talk, do that. Be careful how much of yourself you put out, because you do Do I follow Kelly? Not really. And it's nothing personal. I watch Thai channels, and he's not really part of Thai. The stuff I watch on YouTube, right, to give you an idea, I watch Thai vloggers, a lot of the guys in Hua Hin, predominantly. There's a few food channels I watch, and then there's a lot of rugby league podcasts that put them on YouTube. So I watch a lot of that at the moment, and enjoy that. I probably watch at night more of that sort of stuff. That especially during the footy season, I get pretty engrossed in it. Want to know all the goss, and when there's drama, mate. I've got to tell you, following a rugby league team and this competition, there's almost as much drama as what there is in this genre. Coaches getting sacked, players leaving clubs. It's good fun, but isn't it? It's when you think about following a sport like that, it's just as much fun as the actual 80 minutes or 90 minutes, depending on what sport each week. All that stuff around the periphery. Who's signing with who. Who's the next coach to get sacked. We're only 7 rounds in and we've already had 2 coaches sacked. All that fun stuff. And free speech, that's right. No gay rules. There you go. He's on Rumble. Okay, I haven't checked Rumble out. You should get on Kick, mate. Give Beachy a run for his money. If Beachy can get 1,000 viewers on Kick, you'll be able to get 1,500. You know what? There are at the league, I've been following it for a long time, and I reckon around the mid-90s, league got cool for ladies. What they did something really smart, that when it was called the Australian Rugby League, it's now the NRL, around 1992, 93, they had Tina Turner promoting the game. They kicked off one season with what you see is what you get, and then when she brought out Simply the Best, that was for about 4 or 5 years. That was the official song, and all their ads was around that. And what it did, the whole idea of that marketing concept was to bring more women to the game, and now it's huge. Like, they've even got, I don't really follow it, but they've got NRLW. So, I know 10 of the clubs have got female teams, and the plan is to have every club having in the NRL that they have an NRLW. I'm not a big fan, I'll be honest. I'm not a misogynist, but I'm not a real fan of women's sports outside of, and it's just for entertainment. I've always liked the ladies' tennis, and the women's cricket, and it's more because of the quality. Like, the women's cricket has become outstanding and I guess it's been so long. Like, this whole women's rugby league's only really been a thing at a higher level for about 5 or 6 years, so the quality isn't there. And I'll be honest, my club doesn't have an NRLW team as yet. Women's tennis is amazing. I've always, some of my best memories are watching Navratilova and Everett Lloyd. I loved Everett Lloyd. And I have massive crush on Chris Everett Lloyd too. Her and Navratilova, Graf and Sellers. I think tennis really misses that kind of, where it was always 2 that were really good, and most Grand Slams they'd be there or they'd be in the Final 4. But yeah, I guess maybe 10, 15 years time it'll be different with women's sport. Like, AFL are trying and they're really struggling. Like, the league with the women's rugby league, they're miles ahead of the AFL. Just from a strength, and AFL's a lot more aerobic, and they're just not. It's a lot harder for them to get to that level. Sorry, but yeah, I'm with Capio, definitely. And I guess the women's swimming at the Olympics, but swimming's that kind of sport that you only really care about every 2 years, when there's a Commonwealth Games or an Olympic Games on. swimming doesn't really get airtime outside of that. But yeah, so yeah, definitely the trolls will come out and call me a misogynist, but definitely not. I choose to watch stuff for entertainment. Yes, Dean, women's gymnastics, outstanding. I tell you what, I did watch for a little bit, and I never watched any of the Winter Olympics, and I did get involved in the curling, and I can't remember her name now. There was a Swiss curler, and she was the most beautiful woman I'd ever seen. So for a little while there, I did watch a bit of curling. Now they will say I'm a misogynist. Oh well. What do you do? We're going to wrap up in about 5-10 minutes, good people. I'm almost ready to kick off my Friday. But yeah, it's going to be, make sure like I said, if you haven't, make sure you hit the subscribe and you got the alert button, because you know what I'm like when I'm away. I do try to put the content out, and there'll be shorts. I'll do stuff like that. I will try a couple of lives, but I just want to be a little bit careful where especially somewhere like Sydney, it's not as chilled as Bangkok, believe it or not. Don't want someone coming up to me, oh, you got a camera in my face, lad. So, but we'll put, like I said, I'm trying. It's hard to do. Someone getting their Mac. Get out of it. You sound like that idiot so good. I'll be honest, I did DoorDash for about a week. When I was getting all my documentation ready to drive Uber and DD, I did it for a week, and so good just latched onto that. Absolute dickhead. Is he even around still? Oh, I heard he might have been in the padded cell. Old Saul. I heard he had some severe mental illness and he was in a care facility. Don't know. I can't. Owen might be able to confirm or deny that. Oh, Heidi on Accas, yeah. But you notice his Accas aren't always there, so he must only have access to his computer at certain times of the day in the care home. This has been a fun stream. I'm keeping it up. I haven't said anything wrong. I don't think I've been good. I don't think I've even dropped a C word today. I'm a changed man. I've mellowed. So, like I said, it's going to be a great weekend. Staying at I told you, I don't mind telling you where I'm staying. Staying at the Marriott, Manly Warringah. That's right, the Marriott. Very nice hotel there at the Marriott, where I'm staying. So, yep, Marriott, Manly Warringah. Anyone wants to come see me, we can go downstairs for a beer. We can grab a coffee. Feel free. It's a great hotel. I won't give you out the room number like Dean asked. I don't even know. You don't know the room number until you check in anyway. I was hopeful of getting. I was going to be flying business class. So you can bid to upgrade it. It's an hour and a half flight, and I thought, well, I paid fuck all for these flights because they're on points. And I thought, let's see. I set a budget of $150, but I got outbidded yesterday, so I'm just going to be in. I paid a couple more points to get in Economy X, so a little bit more leg room. But we'll see. I've got it's like definitely on my bucket list, and I haven't done it yet. I've never flown business class, and it's something that's I'd rather, if I was going to do it for the first time, I'd rather it be Brisbane to Singapore, that massive 8-hour flight, so I can really enjoy it. And I reckon it'd be pretty good on Singapore Airlines too. But they don't do that. If they did a bid, I was talking to my mate, if you could bid on a Brisbane to Singapore flight for business class, I'd bid up to $500. Because that's value to me. That's more value to money. It means that it brings the total of your flights up to $1,800 for the return, and that's heaps cheaper than what business class would be. Hey people, it's almost time to call it. Have a great Friday. I know it's probably Thursday night in the UK, but enjoy. Hey, about 24 hours time, still be live. Capio's going live all the time with his little walking shorts, so subscribe to him, you know, and obviously Beach, and then find Beach on Kick, because he's killing it. He's doing God's work on Kick on 365. So thank you very much, all one or two of you that jumped on. Shout out to Stu, Capio, Dean, Tan the Man, Parramatta's going down, Ant was in the chat, all the good people. Thank you very much. It's, you know, it just means we can interact and we can shoot the shit together as you do. So have a good one, guys. Sagger, you know the rules. If in doubt, pull out. Cambo out.